Okay, so you may remember I got my dual Doweling jig, and my holes were offset, so they were the same distance this way. So I've been banging on it, and I took it apart, and there really is no way to adjust this. There's a little pin in here, a little pin in here, then these are threaded holes, so you'd have to enlarge the hole here, remove the pin, and well, one thing I did notice, I didn't read the instructions, but apparently when you tighten this, it does. So this moves it up and down the fence, but this, when you tighten it up, did make it better. But it was still off a little bit. So I've just taken the lazy approach, and I've attached 3 layers of painter's tape on here. And I mean, it was close enough. It was, let's see if we go with this. So, whoops. It's hard to do these things one-handed. So if that was tight there, it's just a little loose, and this is just a little enhance, a little loose there. So hopefully it's about the spacing of this. We got another layer out there, but and I rearrange these to be a little more on the center. So that one's tight. This is just a little bit tighter, so it's just a little loose. So I'm done. This has got to get done. So maybe, hopefully, this will make the difference. Feels about a millimeter, and I've got the board set up here, so I'm just gonna do a double check and make sure I got the good side up on both. I want to make the holes on the same sides, so, because it isn't perfectly centered, never will be, and then I'll get this done. So the next step, after I get the holes in there and I like them, put the dowel pins in, is I'm gonna hot glue these with polyurethane hot glue. So it's like Gorilla Glue, only hot. The advantages are, being Gorilla Glue, it's gonna fill in the void, it's gonna be waterproof, and it's gonna be solid within 15 minutes. Its set time is like 2 minutes, so I just have to hold this together for 2 minutes, and then bam. I am gonna put a piece of wood across, and then put clamp laters on it, so when I put it up there, it's not, you know, on this little joint here holding it. So I mean, this is 16 feet long. Really, this should be like a foot across. But as I said before, the joint's gonna be right in the middle between those two posts. I really don't have a lot of options here. We gotta get her done. Get her done. I want to get this done. Did I mention I want to get this done? Because the next project's gonna be downsize that on the porch. Then I gotta get this table out of here. Okay, so I got this convoluted set up. The glue gun is hot. I glued these two in, then I took a razor blade, cut around them. I tested this. I got this connected, so I should be able to slide this in. Then I'm gonna clampolate that side too. So fill, cover, slide, clamp. And we can move on from this. What am I stepping on? Oh, that's what I'm stepping on. So I don't know if you can see it, but my daughter went far away to New Hampshire, and the car is just covered in bug juice. And I've put the blinker fluid on several times. It didn't do anything. I gotta get out and scrub on it. That's a big one too. It must have been like lots. So we're down in Akron because I had to go deliver the bookshelf that I covered, didn't really refinish, and other work. So I wonder where Georgia was. She's been sleeping downstairs because I did my laundry. There's no place for her to sleep. She can't sleep in the bed anymore because she has incontinence. She's not in any of her beds here. And she's not in her bed over here. She's not over here. She was sleeping on that yesterday. Oh, there she is. She's in the cat thing. That's for the cats. It's a wool, like round thing for the cats. So I won't let her sleep there. So it's very comfortable. Of course, every time I see her like that, I think, I wonder if she's dead. She's 18-ish. just the normal thing. Puppies aren't phased. So this is the output of today's dumpster diving at work. So a 2x4, just a piece of 2x4, but 2x4 is 2x4. But this is all solid oak wood, so I will put this in my oak pile. One can make things out of there. I'm not quite sure what this is. That was kitty litter, but it looks like somebody's cleaning like their epoxy or something. So yeah, then we got this. This is a Klein tool belt. It's got some holes in it, but there's a plastic liner inside, so I may take a closer look at this after it dries and maybe downsize some of it. But the hammer hook works perfectly fine, and the belt looks like it's quite serviceable. Again, if these don't have holes in them, which they don't seem to, does that hole go through? Okay, that one does. But yeah, that one's got holes in it. We'll let that one go. Just unzip that. But yeah, those are expensive. So let's do an EDC. So what is my everyday carry? Well, glasses so I can see. It's an Apple Watch. It's somewhat useless. Attached to a Leatherman bracelet, also semi-useless. But in a pinch, it's got tools on it. Screwdriver, punch. This I've only used a couple times, but open up. You can use the cut packages open and open SIMs on like a cell phone. Then you got a square drive. That's a 8mm. I think there's a 6, 10mm. So yeah, need this to get in the car. My car is old school, so I have to carry this and put it in there. Started carrying this recently. This is one of those pressurized pens. I've used it twice, and guess what? It writes in ink. So the only problem I've had with it, and I debated this one. They had one at the lanyard, being very smooth chrome. Can we do this? Maybe we can. Probably not. It falls out very easily, but it's very svelte. AirPods. These are the Pros, which I need for the noise canceling. And why do I have these? Well, they don't sound that awesome, but the noise canceling helps a lot, and they just work. So they're pretty nerdy. Got them in this case here. They just do their job. Oh, I also have different plugs. These are soft foam, so they I actually crimp them and then I put them in my ear and they expand. They help reduce the amount of noise I get. Then this is my quote Leatherman, and yeah, so I can open it one-handed. She's got a knife, and right now I just sharpened it a few days ago, so it's really sharp. It does lock into place, but more importantly, she's got a can opener, a bottle opener. No, that's not it. This, so it has center drive. So this is a real number 2 bit. I can replace the bits. It's also got a pair of adequate scissors. They're not that good, but you can cut things with them. And it's got a little punch, and that's it. So blade, bottle opener, / banger, bit. Then I carry a little straight blade bit there as well. And yeah, by center drive, meaning when you turn it, it stays in the center. It's not offset. It's more like in the middle. So I've been carrying this for about a year. I cut myself the first week I had it pretty severely, as everybody does. When you're closing it, you got to be careful. So yeah, that's despite having a bunch of Leatherman. And then this is an owlet. So this is sailcloth. It's got room for 4 cards. There's little bumpers in here to keep things from sliding out. And then you've got a big, large container here for, I keep smaller than $20 bills in there. And then receipts. And then it's got a little pocket here for 20s, 50s, and occasional 100. So by being a bifold, it's reducing the thickness. Being sailcloth reduces it, though it's durable. Yeah, this is my 3rd one. And I kind of like the color. I got the blue with the orange on there. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wear every day. As long as I charge the watch, which I forgot to do last night. The watch does have some handy features. Secret code. Nope. What's my secret code? Yeah, that's my secret code. Anyhow, it's got a calendar. I can control Spotify. It's got a calculator. Calculator basic, and then I think there's a way to make it more powerful. This feature, well, I get all my text messages, is nice. Yeah, when you find your phone, it turns it off. You can take pictures. Yeah, anyhow, it's somewhat useless but handy. I do like getting texts, and it has pre-canned replies like "go away" or "I don't care" or "yes," whatever needs to be done there. This is the newer one, so it always stays on, which is nice. You don't have to. The old one, you had to do things. Now it's in power down mode because I forgot to charge it last night, so it's not on all the time. But yeah, I like it. Well, we've been working on this all day, so twice now I put this together, and the second time I thought I had a nice clean joint. I let it sit for an hour. I've cleaned the glue off now, and I just unpicked it up and it came right apart. So I'm going to use regular glue later today. Need to walk away from this for a little bit, but if it can't even survive being picked up here, it's kind of useless. Polyurethane glue that I spent $100 for, hot glue gun, is supposed to be magical, but it's like wax. I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know if I have any here. Yeah, it's not really hard. It's just waxy. It just comes apart. Maybe it's old. I don't know. I haven't looked at the expiration on that. So we went on to a new task. After her collision with a pickup truck this summer, which kind of rearranged the front here, the liner fell off. So I bought a liner a few months ago, about a month ago, and yeah, I'm having a hard time getting these connectors. A lot of these fell apart, so I had to substitute new ones. But yeah, it's in there. At least it's gonna. I don't know what it's gonna do. I just think keep shit from getting in there, I guess. I don't know. I gotta get her another lug nut. That's another story for another day. So we're gonna put this back together. The good news is the shocks are rusty but fine. They're not leaking. The hood's broken, but it's still shockulating. God, that is bad. But it's not leaking. So, and the the tie-ins seem to be fine, like here and there. That's a beefy guy there. The ball joint seems to be fine. It's not rocking there. The only thing that could be going on is the strut brace. She's cracked. I mean, she's done for. It's aluminum, I think. So I think I'll order a pair of those and just replace on those. Those are fairly easy. You just zip that off and zip this off. And if you don't come off, you just torch it. Or you sawzall it or torch it. So, yep, I'm gonna butt this back on. Well, this glue job seems to be better, to the point that it actually stuck to the table. Made a mess, but that can be fixed. So hopefully this holds, at least long enough to get it up there. I guesstimate in the ends. I'm hopeful that I still have plenty of meat there. I need to cut 1 inch shorter. That side's cut. I just need to cut this side, meaning the piece that goes this way needs to go on there. So, okay, today's the day. So this side's good to go. I just need to cut the holes in the corner and put the dowel pins in and glue it. This one, however, fortunately, I had cut the 90 with a little extra room, which was good because I was still doing some adjustments. But she needs to go in 1/4 of an inch. So I need to make the diagonal cut 1/4 inch lower, slap that board on, mark it, cut it, dowel it, glue it. I'm gonna cut it first to make sure it all fits, then dowel it, then glue it all. Not quite sure how I'm gonna get that all to stay where it needs to stay. But this polyurethane cures overnight, but it's pretty solid after about 2 hours. It actually, ironically, accelerates the drying with moisture, and it's humid as fuck out. So And it's going to be up 88 degrees, so that should just help. So we're going to try and get this done this morning. But unfortunately, I'm not pulling that back down. It's up there. So I'm going to put the saw up there and bring it to the saw. Bring some extra wood to hold the end up. But, yeah. I can get this damn thing done. Then we got to move back to the porch. This thing likes to go outside a lot. Dojo. Dojo, what you doing? She can find entertainment for hours in a leaf. So, thinking about the clampage, because I now have the dowel rods. Got 5 of those in my pocket. 1 to chew on, 4 to use. By the way, this thing was a fail because if you look, she's different distances. Apparently there's a way to adjust this, but yeah, I don't know why that's so. I left this out because I'm gonna center it. The other problem I had with this, I thought that it had the same size holes, but it really didn't. This one's all mushroomed out. Anyhow, so I'm going to use these, and then I'm just going to clamp aside. So I normally would use these little clamps over here, but they don't. It's missing its thing. This isn't wide enough to hold the board, but these are really handy for making picture frames and stuff. I have a few of those. But yeah, as I was over here grabbing clamps, I noticed there's Oofy. Been looking for Oofy. She was going to town out here. I definitely have to empty that because she probably picked up a lot of stuff on the way through the door there. Okay, so I got all the dowel pins in. I had to adjust this joint a little bit. It was the bottom part of the joint wasn't flush with the top part, so I sanded on that and adjusted a little bit. So she's into place. I glued that one. I had to come up with some, you know, it's hard to glue at an angle there. So I put those clamps in the outside and then clamp them in with the top one. So I'm gonna let that one sit. I got a contract to move a trailer for $100. I don't know why. I told the lady if nobody else would do it, I would. So there she is. Yeah. Now the next step after this is I got to do the other one and glue that one up, and then I got to level these. So like this one, you can kind of tell this post, she's tilted this way. So I need her tilted this way. So once I get all those, and that one's really hard because it's one of those, I need shims that don't exist, like a millimeter thick, but most shims are much greater width, and I need something that won't rot, so I can't use like wood. So I've got some aluminum that I grabbed out of a hard dry cover that hopefully I can use on there. Plus I want the shim to be fairly long, so it's not just like a little piece sinking into the wood, because then that won't work either. But need to get these, and because of the way these ended up going, I want, and now you can't really see. The posts aren't in alignment to begin with, so if they're not aligned and they're not straight, it makes it even worse. So what I mean by that is the outer posts are at a corner, but you can kind of see how that post leans out, that post leans out, and yet see how that's in 2 inches. And I really want it the other way. So anyhow, nobody will notice except for me, but I'll notice it. Okay, so we're at some camper place, private campground, southeast, and I've been hired for $100 to move this. She said camper. I was thinking, you know, pop-up camper. Not this behemoth. So this will be fun. Tires look adequate. That one looks like it's out. That one looks like it's in. I'm not going very far, about 17 miles. Definitely I'm not going to take it fast. That needs to be tightened up a little better. So yeah, this will be interesting. Oh, I've definitely never taken anything this way. So, well, I didn't see that school coming in. That'd be a fun place to explore. Nice. 225. Roads get a little wider here, unfortunately. We're taking all highways, but it's Sunday morning, Hopefully I won't have a ticket. Already there's somebody behind me.
Going 45.
Definitely feel her going down the bumps, the hills. Something give me a little push in the back. Okay, she's buttoned down. Picked her up for a duck. A buck. One duck. Buck for a duck. Buck for a duck. Yeah, that's it. So I dropped the trailer off. Collected my $100. Someplace back. Woods back there. I don't know if you can see it from here. So of course I told the lady I can't back up and I don't do grass. Oh no, it won't be a problem. Sure enough, she decides she wants it someplace else. And I got stuck, so to speak, so I had to go forward. That's over there, right behind those bushes. Right back there. Well, the old AC wasn't blowing very cold yesterday. It ran most of the day, and I think it was down to 60-degree temperatures. So I came out here, it wasn't turning, but the air was turning inside. So got out the new tank, called up JB, got the gauges back. So we put it 1.5 pounds of Freon. We're looking at that much on the low side. And if we close this off, that's not good. How much are you looking on the high side? So around there, 300. So I'm gonna go check the temperature inside, but I think that'll do it. It's also the end of the season too. I think I got a leak somewhere, but not a lot. 1 pound isn't. That'll last 25 years. Well, 15 years, because I do it twice a season. I'm gonna let this set out for a little while longer before I mess with that, but I thought I'd start playing with the cable. So I got a 500-foot stainless steel roll, and I put the cable on that bar right there. It's just a clamp, and I put a hole in the side so I can put the cable back in, but then I walked off 26 feet, so it's 5, which is 10, and then 15, so that's 26, and went a little bit farther and cut the cable. So the kit came with a nice cable cutter, so it's got a nice end there. And then this thing likes to unravel, but at least it's self-contained. So we're gonna go ahead and find the other end here. So obviously we have to fix this so it doesn't move. That's with using these. And then on the other end, we'll clamp that down and then put the rod through and then screw this to adjust it. So I won't be using these. I got an extra set of cutters. I don't know what this is. Oh, these are going to be grommets I put inside the holes on the posts themselves, so that they don't get all messed up. Yeah, I already see an issue. The way I got this, it's right up against the wall, so I'm going to have fun just putting the freaking cable in the wall. So we're going to run the first one at the bottom very loosely.